sometimes we have certain expectations that don't pan out. We try to do something, we expect a certain outcome, and we get a result that we were not expecting. I'll give you an example. I'm in the machinist program over at Petersburg. And oftentimes things don't go as we expect. I was milling a part on the machine, on the milling machine, and I'm looking at the chips, and everything looks like it's going really well as the mill is cutting through the metal. I don't see any sign of trouble at all. And then all of a sudden, snap, the end mill breaks. It's like the only sharp end mill that we have in the program. Most of them are really dull. So this is the one really nice end mill, very sharp, and I'm just milling right through that. Snap! Oh, I did not expect that. What is something that did not turn out the way you expected? Gary.
Thank you. Well, there's been a lot of things. I've had a lot of expectations, a lot of things in life. Some things that didn't go wrong. I'll tell you my most, well, I would probably say one of the most significant ones that I ever had was, ever since I was a kid, small kid, always wanted to own my own business. As a kid, I've always talked about it with my friends. Hey, I'm going to have a business. I really didn't know what it was, but I knew I was going to be successful. And I knew I was going to make a lot of money, and I used to tell all my friends in the sandboxes and playgrounds, hey, you guys are going to be working for me one day. You know that? And all of the expectations. And so after I left the military, really didn't know what I wanted to do. I went to college for a couple of years, my first go around. Didn't get to finish that because my beautiful daughter was born right before I was able to graduate, so it was okay. Then I got a really good job working for the state of New York for higher education services. I worked in the default collections program, so yes, I was that guy sending you all that hate mail and anybody that ever had any problems or anything with that. But then a friend of mine came to me one day just as the height of the real estate started going up, and he says, hey, I got a friend of mine that's taught me a couple of things. You got pretty good credit, we both do. You got a couple of dollars in the bank. Hey, let's go out and let's do this real estate thing. So I thought about it again, and I said, okay, it's kind of what I always wanted to do, start my own business. Real estate sounds like easy. Everybody needs a place to live and stay. So I was like, well, hey, maybe I can get back on the track of being retired at the age of 45. Wow, okay, then fine, I'll do all of that. So I learned what I could. We scraped up our money together. We got our first couple of houses. And it all started to be good. Up until this thing called the housing bubble. I'm saying, what bubble? You see no bubble. Then my great expectations of retiring and moving to Florida, it all started to go away. All started going down the drain. And when it first started happening, I kind of harkened back to, you know, when you first have your first summer job when you're 14, you know, and they tell you how much you're going to be making an hour, and how many hours you're going to be working. So you figure and you scratch it out and you got everything, and okay, I know what I'm supposed to be getting in my first check. And then you get that first check and you open it up and you go, wait a minute, here's what I thought I had. Here's what I was supposed to have. So I run home and I tell my mom, Mom, who's this guy FICA? And who said he could take my money? And that there was some of my first great expectations. Thank you very much.